Hey everybody, here we are again, another Azure Standard drop. This is June 2026, and we had a very early morning drop at 8 a.m. and here we are now at 10:10. I'm finally inside. Our drop is located, Jerry and I, our coordinators, we're hosts of the drop here in Dameron Valley, Utah. It's named the Protective Diet St. George Drop. If you're in the area, we'd love to meet you and visit with you afterward. So a couple hours, we were chitty-chatting, talking about everything we ordered with our healthiest friends at our drop. Usually stick around a while and we chat about the things we're excited about receiving from Azure Standard or what's going on in our gardens. My cherry tomatoes are they're all lined up, my grape tomatoes. So the beginning of the season's happening. Herbs, I'm drying lots of herbs and oh my gosh, it's exciting. But I'm still very reliant on Azure Standard's cabbage. Jerry and I think we are part cabbage now. I've been getting a case a month and doing so many creative things with this, including the craveable cabbage and crunch kraut, my sauerkraut, on a protective diet. This cabbage, thanks Azure, it's super, super duper fresh. And we're going to love it because our garden's not yet producing. So we're still reliant on that for our veg. Jerry and I eat a whole food plant-based diet. We call it protective diet. So it's very veg forward. The corn was on sale. So we got 20 pounds of frozen organic corn for our freezer. And we're going to blow through this fast because I love to broil this straight from the freezer on a sheet pan under the broiler. Char it. It's called fire roasted organic corn. And then I let it cool room temperature and throw it into salads. I throw it into soups. I throw it into chili. It's pretty much in everything. We love it. It adds a sweet roasted flavor. Gotta get that in the freezer. And then here, oh my gosh, from Steely Farms, California, organic citrus. This is a Valencia orange. These are summer oranges. Get them now and use the zest and everything. These are not coated in wax. These are fresh from the tree to you. Thanks, Azure Standard, for carrying those, for delivering them all the way here to us. We are so blessed. So this is some puffed whole grains. We have organic rice puffs. We make this into what I call birdseed. It's like a seasoned snack mix, oil-free, of course, and whole grain. And this one is, I always have such a hard time saying that. It's a type of wheat.
Corazon?
Corazon. Wheat puffs. It's a whole wheat puff. It's organic. I make this into cinnamon Krispies. You know, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but sugar-free. Jerry loves that with some cold organic soy milk. That's how we do it. Then the sales this month were on the organic in-glass tomatoes. Jovial makes these. I got the diced and the crushed for our pizza sauce. And then organic jalapeno slices. I like the hot. I put those on everything until my jalapenos are producing and I can start pickling them myself. When I run out, I have those in my pantry. White corn masa, organic. We use this for our corn tortillas. Organic corn tortillas. Jerry and I have a J&J tortilla
factory.
We love to make them together. It's a fun activity that we do, and we're eating the most excellent, the most wholesome corn tortillas you can make. Or I should say that money can buy. You can't buy tortillas like this. You have to make them at home. And I show you how to make these in Protective Diet Education, but I am curious, for those of you that aren't in my program, Would you like me to make a tutorial video demonstrating the hand-pressed corn tortilla and how I bake them in my air fryer into oil-free chips for snacking? They're crunch-tastic. I could show you this. If I get enough comments below that you are interested, I can make that a free recipe. We have 123 free recipes on A Protective Diet. All you have to do is create a username and sign in on protectivediet.com. And today at our drop, we were talking about enchilada sauce. In authentic Mexican enchilada sauce, there is no tomatoes in there. And I was talking about my enchilada sauce recipe, which came from my friend back in Chicago when I lived there, Avelia Cruz, Eve, her mom's enchilada sauce. It's authentic. It's excellent. It's delicious. And it's a free recipe on Protective Diet for red enchiladas. Check that out and learn how to make that sauce the right way. Additive free, because most enchilada sauces on the market have additives in them, and we're cutting out all the chemicals, all the food additives to protect the life within us, our microbiome. Anyway, that's what A Protective Diet's all about. Broccoli sprouting seeds. You know what we're doing with those on A Protective Diet. That's my medicine. We've got them here, sunning themselves. And then what's next? Fresh ginger and turmeric. This is fresh harvest.
How long is that broccoli seed bag going to last us?
It will last us a while. I use a tablespoon a day in a jar in combination with about a teaspoon of alfalfa. This one's soaking. I started this morning. And then I put a sprouting lid on it, strain it off, give it a rinse, and leave it to go to sleep tonight. And then twice a day I give them a rinse, and I have a jar of sprouts a day with Jerry. This is a jar of sprouts. It's both broccoli and alfalfa. So it lasts quite a bit of time. I've never counted up how many tablespoons are in this bag, but it lasts a while. And I put it, since Jerry's asking, I put it in a jar like this to make it more convenient. And I have it over there by my jars so that I just make another jar every night before I go to bed, and I soak it and then I rinse it. Or in the morning, I started mine this morning because we had a late night last night. I didn't get my sprouts started till this morning, but then they'll be strained off tonight and sprouting in about 3 days. They're ready to go. Especially this time of year, it's a little warmer, so they go a little more speedy than the winter. It takes about 4 days for my sprouts to be ready to consume as my medicine. Okay, these are going to get put straight into my freezer, and I microplane them into tuber tonic. And all of our Asian dishes, ginger goes in, and our Indian dal that's where we use our turmeric. Oh my gosh, yes. I think that's what we should have for dinner tonight. That's been popping up in my head. On A Protective Diet, we're working with over 800 recipes that utilize our protective pantry and our seasonal produce. The zest of these oranges is going in everything this month. Beets. I love them raw. I slice them, julienne them, add them to my salads. That's my favorite way to consume beets, this beautiful and fresh. Thanks to Azure Standard. And then we're trying something new this month. We always like to try something new. And the place I learn about new items is under the sales tab. Jerry, I think, spotted these. They were on sale. Or at my drop. As we're unloading the truck, when I see something new, I put it by the person's name, and then I go up to that person. I'm like, what are you going to do with that? I've never even heard of it. What is it? This is how I learn about new things. So lion's mane, mushroom powder. These are all grown, I think, in California. So that's what I look for. And I look for organic in a mushroom powder. high quality, and turkey tail. And these I will add to broths. I'll add them to pasta sauces. It's like my sneaky doses is what I do with these. Jerry doesn't even know he's consuming these, and they are very good for our immune system, for our microbiome. So they're also in Protective Diet's broth mix, the plant-based broth mix that I include in my daily diet. That would be this. Maybe one day Azure Standard will carry it. But for now, we sell it and we use it every day. And it's got shiitake mushroom powder, organic, from France. French shiitake.
That's right.
Anyway, we source all the ingredients in there and have that made to support our Protective Diet community and anyone else who's interested.
So
And
what about the
that's it.
corn? What do we use the corn for?
I already talked about that. Where were you, Jerry?
I was
Were
looking
you
at
sleeping?
just totally
We got up
amazed.
so early and out there, and Jerry organizes this drop. It was a very early 8 a.m. drop. And
Yeah.
for us, that's early to have all of he uses tiles with every single person that orders. They get a tile and the number of cases they get. We have a very organized drop. And our driver, he was in a pinch. He was almost about to hit his cutoff time of driving.
Had to make it to Vegas before the cutoff.
Yeah, so he was like, quick, 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 get it done. And he was happy to see Jerry here organizing this drop and getting it so unloaded so efficiently. We always have fun at our drop, and especially afterward, the little regroup and visit with our healthiest friends that stick around to talk about how they're doing. It's a community event that we've created here, and I am so grateful that it's at our home and that we get to do this to bring our healthiest friends together every month with Azure Standard. Thanks, Azure Standard. We love you. We couldn't do it without you. We couldn't be this healthy without you. We couldn't live with this kind of variety without you.
And
Thank you.
cost savings.
Oh my gosh, the savings. What Jerry and I spend on our food bill with Azure Standard, we pretty much live off of Azure Standard exclusively and Costco supplemental stuff, like some produce. But until our garden gets kicking there, and until your farmers markets open up, which they're open now, check out your local farmers market if you're not a farmer yourself like Jerry and I are, and get out there, support your local farmers. And we're supporting a lot of local farmers through Azure Standard. Most importantly, we're supporting organic farming with Azure Standard. Azure, thank you for giving us the opportunity to support organic farmers across the country. It's wonderful.
It really is.
And nearby. Take care.
And best of health.
Let's get these in the freezer, Jerry.
You
Let's
got
roast
it.
some corn.